I feel so bad if anybody watching this is one of the few people who happens to be following like all my social media platforms, because I keep talking about this, but you know what? I was shooketh. Hooketh. Hola. Long time no see. I've been like reposting my witch talks on here. Sorry for not like uploading regularly, but here's just like a fun thing that I want to talk about. I find stuff like, oh, signs that you're a witch and signs that you're psychic, da 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 da. They're just fun. Take them with a grain of salt, okay? Because there's some of those people who are spreading misinformation, and I think some people take it a little too seriously. So how I feel about psychics is how I feel about witches. All humans are psychic. Some are just born with their third eye open, while others have to work at opening their third eye. And with witches, I feel the same thing. I feel like some people are born to have an inclination towards being a witch, and we're just meant to be a witch. But anybody can be a witch. You just have to get into the practice, do your research, da 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 da. The point was just that, like, some of those videos are kind of ridiculous. Like, they have nothing to do with being a witch, if that makes sense. And just because you might not relate to some of those things in those videos also doesn't mean that you're not a witch or weren't supposed to be a witch or whatever. I wasn't sure if I was getting my point across clearly right there, so I'm just adding this little snippet here. So hopefully y'all know what I meant. So just let me start this video off by saying that. Anywho, on with my video. I had recently found out that my eyes aren't actually blue. They're gray. And it's a whole long story on how that even happened, but it explains a lot. And a lot of times in videos and photos, I will use a filter or somehow enhance the blue that's in my eye to make it stand out, right? There will not be a filter or anything on this video though, however, so that you guys can see what I'm talking about. Especially on TikTok, I've been using a filter that shows off the heterochromia in my eye. So I made this discovery, and apparently like less than 1% of the population has gray eyes. I fell into a hole. I fell into a research hole about it. And of course, out of curiosity, because I think stuff like this is fun, as I said before at the beginning of this video, I was like, it was so rare. I wonder if there's any like lore or legends or whatever behind gray eyes. So I was looking that up. And I found some stuff, and there are some things I thought was really interesting. So one of those things being that apparently people with gray eyes are tied with being psychic mediums and have a tendency to be very connected to the spirit world and give messages from the spirit world to people in this plane. I thought that was interesting because that's kind of, no, that is what I do. Like with tarot readings and being clairaudient, I will hear messages and I tend to give those messages over to who needs them. When you're doing a tarot reading, I mean, a lot of times you're giving a message. I'm also very into, granted I'm working on getting better at this, dream interpretations. And a lot of times those are messages that the person needs to receive. So I found that really interesting. I'm just like, huh. There's all these weird facts, and then like, it's also, gray eyes are also tied to wisdom, and supposedly the goddess Athena had gray eyes. Like I said, the stuff is just fun to like talk about and look up or whatever. Little cool, interesting stuff, and like supposedly gray-eyed people are better marksmen. Like, and there's a whole article on why they thought that, but that could just be a numbers thing. So there's all these fun facts, but of course what caught my eye was the psychic stuff. So I don't know, I just thought this was like really fun to just talk about. Oh, and because I got curious, I looked up like mythical stuff about heterochromia, and the only thing I found on that was that back in the day they thought it was like a sign that a person's a witch. I'm a psychic and a witch. Like, that's just, to me, it was just really funny, you know, probably just a happy coincidence. Like I said, I don't know if there's really anything actually behind this. One of those things that's like fun to look up. Just like, oh, the gray-eyed witch, you know? That would be a really good channel name. Am I really gonna change my channel name for the 3rd time? Anyways, so I don't know. Just tell me what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Mwah.